Late night bites with friends? Already hard to beat. That first too hot bite of fries you couldn't wait for, followed by ice cold Pepsi. Now that hits different. Suddenly, the energy kicks back in, the night goes longer, and the laughs don't stop. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scobegon, my hometown. This week, the Squids talked to Kevin Robinson from Goth Daddy. They discussed tour, the artwork of the album, starting the project, explaining the V's, getting fired from a Christian bookstore, and more.
So Brock is joining. That's good. We just need a jump start. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, you. What?
Where's Kevin from?
I don't know. Where?
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin is on an executive producer approved night off, just so you know. He just put that in the old Lake Scobegon chat. So I don't know who the executive producer is, Kevin.
Yeah,
but...
we got one. Wait, we have a producer, and now we have an executive producer.
Did you put in your time off request, Kevin?
I did not see it. Wait, are we not HR? Do we have HR too? Is this Joe?
I mean,
does Joe handle these requests? Did Joe approve it without talking to us?
All right, let me talk to Joe. Hey, Joe.
Kevin, we can't have interns approving time off requests.
No, that's not right.
It's absurd. It's time to get back to our roots. Talk about pickles and boots. It'll be a hoot. Oh, that's right. I'm super jealous. He's a Roger Klein. I forgot what he was doing.
Oh, right. When he asks for time off, he usually just says, I'm out for tonight.
Well, here's the thing about what we do is everybody always says what they're doing, and then by the time it comes around, I forget what it was that was said.
Oh, that's right. The refreshments. Oh,
yes,
no,
yes.
I should have gone to that.
You should have. You left me alone?
I would never have done that to you. I'll never leave you nor forsake you.
That's a Lake Scobegon promise. Take it to the bank.
But I wanted to go to that show.
I want to go to that show.
Oh, well.
Brockster's, where's the Brockster at? It's 521 in Salem, Oregon. Do you know where your Brock is?
Tonight at 10. Where's Brock?
Wait, Brock's not even in Oregon. Holy
What's up?
Shit.
What's up, Brock? Can we rock? Is he in Idaho?
On the block? Better get a lock. He's in Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, wait, Tacoma, you can go see my boy Anthony.
He's right across from Vashon Island. He's at a house surrounded by trees.
Place in the pines, baby. A place in the pines.
I see you, Brock. You know, you're not online on the internet. It's hot here, like actual hot, like real hot. Like not, they think it's hot. It's the heat wave has hit.
Oh, it's coming to us tomorrow.
It's humid.
Coming to us tomorrow.
It's like the most humid it's been since I've been here.
I was worried about my kitchen being like at work being
yeah, you should be
steamy, but it's actually all right. They got the AC fixed, so we're
more of an air fryer situation. It's not moist.
Yep,
it's just dry.
Just dry. We're knocking on all the wood in all the restaurant just to make sure that AC does not break.
You just need to get through like 4 days. I think tomorrow is supposed to be the hottest day here of the.
Okay.
But we were talking about it yesterday at work, and I have another coworker who started in February, I think, but he's been working at Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about the heat, and I just looked at him and I was like, Ryan, it's just going to be like a normal July for us. It's going to be very hot for here. People are going to freak out.
Yep.
But back in North Carolina, they're talking about it could be the hottest 4th of July on record, like ever. It's like brutally hot.
Hello.
Hey
There
guys.
we Welcome
Hey,
in. Sorry. So we're waiting a second for old Brock, but
All good.
not sure where he is, but that's all right.
yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are. Welcome in. Glad to see you. Glad to put a
Thank
face
you.
with the sound.
That's me. How are you guys? Jared and Pete.
Yes,
We're
indeed.
doing good.
Yes, so I'm buying my time with there's a 4-year-old within listening range. And
Yes. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
right.
and we've made a deal. There's some Super Mario World happening right over there. So I'm like,
Oh,
keep the victories, keep them quiet, and we can do this.
Oh, I love that.
been there,
I
done
love
that.
that.
It's a good deal.
Welcome, Brock.
Hello, how's it going?
Look at that. Look at your tie. Look at that red tie. It's glossy.
I know, right? It's crazy.
You you are the best ventriloquist I've ever seen.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I aim for. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is this AI Brock?
basically, basically. What
Someone
what
buy
is
your,
it
Yes.
did
anymore?
someone buy you the Brock data set and using it?
I'm the one that's drinking all the water. Um, it's
Stay hydrated. Yeah.
I'm I'm working remote tonight, guys. Sorry, it's I'm on my friend's front porch, so I'm going off the cell signal. So Kevin, it's good to see you. Good to hear you, and I,
Good to see your dapper square little avatar.
Oh.
that's the idea. It's
Yeah.
honestly, it looks way better than I do right now. I'm sure.
How was your bike trip?
Oh, dude, you saw some of the evidence, right? It
I
was
did a little FOMO that looked
kind of
incredible.
nutty. Well, I had the same FOMO because all the Goth Daddy shows were this weekend, right? Because you did Music
They were,
Millennium.
yep, I'm just now recovering.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
bet.
I
Big
mean,
weekend.
I honestly had a moment where I was like, I can't believe I used to do this for months.
Yeah, and you played.
It would explain a lot of physical and emotional trauma that I've had to work through. But
Right,
my God, like by day number two, I was like, oh my gosh, like literally 2 months of this at a time.
because you did Eugene, right, at Picori.
Yeah, we did Eugene on Friday. It was sold out. It was amazing. It's an
Nice.
Congratulations.
incredible place, and Bunk was just magical. It was my probably my favorite set we've ever played,
Oh man,
and then we did an in-store at Music Millennium on
right.
Sunday, which is like just an old, like literally like one of the flagship record shops here in Portland. And
Mm.
Terry, the owner, and I go way back. And it's tricky because being in a retail space, sound is like, not
hmm
Right.
designed for, but it sounded great and the vibe was high and it was really cool. It was a great, wonderful way to release this album into the world in the ether in the algorithmic world, and then also physically, which is the first time I can say in my entire life that I've had an album out on cassette, CD, and vinyl.
At
Like
the same time, yeah,
yeah, I've never had the trifecta.
yeah.
That's
I've
cool.
had two, I've had CD tapes or vinyl and CD or whatever, but I've never had the trifecta.
It's
That's great.
fantastic. Because did you do tapes for any of the other acts you were in?
Um, Viva Voce, my second band. No, no, no. My first band was called 9 Volt Velvet, and we
Okay,
did cassettes.
gotcha.
And we would dub them from cassette decks we bought at Circuit City because
Yep.
they had an eternal return policy, and we'd buy like 10 of them of our tapes and then take them all back. But
Yeah.
9 Volt Velvet and Viva Voce, which was previously known as Nectarine before it became Viva Voce. So
Okay, yeah.
had cassettes, but I mean, we're looking at a 20, 30-year window. And it's so great. They sound so good.
They
I mean,
really do.
I
They
couldn't
really
be
do.
happier. And if ever there was a record in my life I was going to do on cassette, I'm so glad this is the one.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, is this a good place to say Happy Failure Puddle Friday, everybody?
Yes, it is. Let's
What is
let's
it
let.
now? What?
Well, we come from a different podcast where a certain Reese Roper from Five Iron Frenzy would pour himself
Oh,
something, and he called it a failure puddle. So because we release on Fridays, It's Happy Failure Puddle Friday.
Happy Failure Puddle into it.
That's right.
Wow, that's the quickest I've ever explained that. I'm kind of proud of myself. Okay.
We're getting our patter worked up. This is probably the quickest that we've ever gotten to the actual Happy Failure Puddle Friday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's no failure to be had in the newest GVDDY release. So
Brock, well done.
yeah, no, I got the cassette from Velvet Blue, and it's a great looking cassette. It's a great sounding cassette. I was trying to remember, is it is it a Columbia tapes that like the jacket was the J card was designed off of, Kevin?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of theories. I don't know who or how it started, that specific format of, the album cover being the square and then the information.
Right.
At some point, whenever there was the record club craze of the 80s and 90s, they just started mass producing them that way.
Right.
And
they didn't like reformat the art or anything.
no,
it was just here's a square and there's the rest of the tape.
First cassette I ever bought was Duran Duran's Rio, the one that had Wild Boys on it.
Yeah.
It was like that. You could just tell they were like grasping, like it's new. It's not formatted, whatever. Just figure it out. Make them all look the same. And for some reason, that nostalgic thing is just burned into our brains as it's like a cheeseburger at 12 o'clock at night. It's such a comfort thing. It's incredible. So Chris, the guy that we work with on art for our first record, so I love his work and he's a good friend. I was like, let's do something crazy for the cassettes. He was like, I got you.
Yeah, man. And the spine is the thing that makes it look exactly like a cassette from the 80s. Like it's just like they couldn't have done it more accurately if they had tried any harder.
Well, I mean, it's not a nostalgic band per se, but like I'm definitely using thoughtfully using sounds from a specific time window from like 80s, 88, late 87, 88 to like 91 at the latest, 92 maybe, in that little bracket of like the electronics, the keyboards, the guitar pedals, the drums, all of it. So even though the arrangements might be modern and the recording is on digital stuff or whatever, if you're just using that sonic palette, it kind of feels that way. And so it's cool that like Chris picked up on that with the art, and like the art really does reflect the way that the album sounds across the board. He crushed it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd agree with that. As I was listening through, and I saw that the cover image, I'm kind of looking at it to my left here. It matches. It matches well.
Totally.
Yeah.
We have Jake and I. We always have like SoundCloud playlists that we share because we have ridiculous amount of stuff back and forth, and every time I'll share something, we'll just throw up temporary artwork just so there's something to look at while this thing is streaming, and every now and again something kind of hits to where you're listening to something and looking at the colors or the layout, and there was something about just that black and white starkness, like the photocopied nature, and it was my daughter who's crushing combo moves on Super Mario World. We collage from time to time just to sit around the table and do something different, and we collaged all that, and he took like different pieces of it, like a collage within a collage, and made that. Yeah, so that's what all that is. Yeah,
that's cool.
I know it's not exactly the same, but it reminds me a little bit of like the Octoon Baby cover with like all the different tiles. Just kind of like there's a lot going on here, but it kind of has like a theme or an organizing sort of principle or whatever. Like that's not far off the mark. Having that layout brings that stuff to mind. It's great.
Well, Brock, since you're calling from Lake Scobegon, I love the sounds in the background.
That's right.
Do you want to give our formal, since we previewed it, you want some formal introduction?
For sure. I tell you what, I'll mute so that we have a cleaner recording here after.
No, it's beautiful. Can you
hear the birds?
No, just the birds.
Great.
Yeah,
no,
we're
it's
jealous.
great.
Okay.
No, the
So it's like
birds.
there's absolutely no sound whatever like dampening or something like the Zoom works well
No,
for you guys on desktop, but I'm just here in like Scopagon. So
this is
yes,
beautiful. Keep it up.
happy Failure Puddle Friday and welcome to
I
it,
love that
guys.
it's called Ska Be Gone.
That's right.
That's right.
For a pickle home companion, a prairie home companion, Lake Wobegon, Lake Scabegon. Yeah, it's
Ska
great.
Be Gone.
If I keep on talking, you'll keep on hearing the birds, I suppose. I just can't stop talking then.
No, I really
That's what
enjoy
we'll
the
do
birds. Keep it up, buddy. It's all good.
here. Beautiful. Oh man. So
It's
Kevin,
atmospheric.
Yeah.
can you tell us a bit more about kind of how Goth Daddy came together? And you mentioned a bit of some of your organizing principles, kind of like the selected elements that make up your palette. But what got you started on this project?
So somewhere in the pandemic, I really completely lost the plot with cowboy chords. I couldn't touch a guitar standard tune or even drop D. I mean,
Mm,
the magic was completely gone. And so I spent the bulk of the pandemic experimenting with every known alternate tuning I could find. Like I researched the Sonic Youth web algorithm and
Mm.
Swerve Driver, every band that I dug that did weird, wacky tunings, like Kurt Vile stuff. I just went even all the way down to like, if you ever want to write a song like Christopher Cross's Sailing, like
Yeah.
Hmm.
literally tune like him and strum a chord, and you'll be like, oh my God, I could write a whole like
almost
Christopher.
there.
Yeah. And In My Baby's Arm by Kurt Vile, it's this open B minor tuning. Like Stephen Malcolmus, it's not that uncommon. Like people find uh anything other than standard, and it starts to give you like a sound. And I found one and shoehorned it in a way over years and started kind of demoing stuff out before I moved back from the South to Portland. So it was just sort of this slow drip of this could be fun, and started to pile up songs that I was writing because once I found this tuning and kind of started running it through elements, because like I love shoegaze, but
Mm.
shoegaze now means something totally different. It's
Yeah.
kind of like when you're shoegaze, they just hand you a box and they're like, here's your pedals, here's your chord pattern,
Your
here's an
shoegaze
on.
starter kit.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, here's the dangly tremolo bar as opposed to a Bigsby, which no one uses, which
Uh-huh.
would be like a secret weapon.
Right.
But just years of just kind of cave-like monastery ironing out Tolkien style, this weird idea. And then I ran with my family, moved from the South to Portland, and I ran into Jake, who I had known for years from Revival Drum Shop.
Mm.
And he sold me my drum kit while I was in Muscle Shoals. And
Oh,
like,
really?
no, like I've
Oh.
known Jake for years. And we reconnected at a backyard barbecue of a mutual friend. We saw each other. It was like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, my band just broke up. I was like, oh, he's like, no, it was good. It was time to put a pin in it. And, everybody, nothing bad. It was just like, time to do something else. And I was like, what are you
Sure.
doing now? He's like, Nothing. And so we're the same age. We got kids, we got other things going on. So there's not like this, like, oh, we're gonna break the barrier and be a stadium band. It's like, no, let's, can I send you some demos? And he's like, sure. So I sent him the finger drums and that kind of thing. And he was just like, oh, this is really weird, but I love it. So let's give it a shot.
Nice.
Yeah. And so we got together um, around 2024 and started working on the demos kind of immediately. Like he knew what to do. So like got together once and I was like, next time I'm just going to bring all the stuff and like let's just we're wasting our time. We need to be recording this.
Or just set it up and capture the lightning as
Yeah,
it strikes.
so yeah, I've had studios my whole life. I've built them. I've built four of them, And I now have a mobile rig that's more powerful and like better quality than any of those things. And so I can go wherever with two cases and, set it all up. And it's not the limitation. It's not the drag that it was. You don't have to sit in the glass and they're like, nope, do it again. There's none of that. So we just jammed it out and kind of figured out what we were doing over the course of 2024. And it was sort of like figuring out the recipe. I feel like that first record was us getting the recipe down. And this second record is us kind of just cooking with it, But we put the first record out before we really started playing a lot. Like we played last year almost every month and this year as well. So we kind of have refined what it is to be a band. And then slowly the stuff that really matters when you're playing live starts to kind of bubble out of that equation. When you're a recording studio project in your head, it's like, oh, this is what it's going to be. It's like, no, it's that, but it's framed differently. So that's kind of how it came to be. We did the first record ourselves and we were going to put it out, and Cloud, who I've known since I was 22.
It's a long ways back.
Yes, man. Like,
Because you didn't have anything else on. Was any of the Viva Voce stuff on Velvet Blue, or?
yeah, I mean, he's done a couple projects of mine. He
Okay.
did Viva Voce and he did Francis, which was like,
Oh, right.
yeah, I rapped and sang in falsetto, and Cloud was brave enough to put that out.
That's right.
Wow. That's cool.
So, like, it was just great to reconnect. All these years later, he's still killing it, doing great stuff. And I'm recording and working with, Chris Colbert, who did the first like legit real studio recording I ever did when I was 23 years old. And here I am 51 and working with him again. It's this really great,
That's great. Yeah. And he's in Oregon too, right? So like it's kind of a local connection. Also someone who has some history, so he knows maybe what you're after a little bit. But yeah.
yeah.
And
It's incredible to work with him. I mean, we've talked on the phone twice. So that's one phone call per album.
that's all it took. Just
Yeah,
like, hey,
I mean,
here's the parts.
Yeah,
Put 'em together.
I send him the demos. He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he's like, he'll text me later. He's like, "What do you think about black vinyl and like something weird?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then months later, all this amazing stuff shows up at the house. It's pretty great.
Totally, totally. You guys have been playing out quite a bit. Like I feel like this is a very active project, which is cool to see. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, you were on Rumors of Truce like a couple of years ago, right? I'm trying to remember which show I just listened to you on recently. You were talking about how you didn't want to tour too much.
Jeremy's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that. I did his podcast before Goth Daddy was really a thing.
Right.
Actually, Jeremy helped me come up with the double V's.
Oh, did he?
Really?
Yeah, we were texting back and forth, and he was like, "Hey, what are you working on right now?" And I think I sent him some Goth Daddy demos. I was like, and it was called proper spelling Goth Daddy.
Yeah.
And sent him a few demos of it, and he was like, "Yo, this is really really good. You should do something with this." And I remember like texting him back a couple like months later, or maybe like half a year later, being like, "Oh, turns out there is bizarrely there is a Goth Daddy. There's a couple of them."
Oh wow.
So you need to differentiate.
Yeah, and he was so adamant. He's like, "No, no, no, no. You spell it with V's, man. You've got to be Goth Daddy. You've got to be." And I was like, "You know what? Yes, that's just crazy enough. I will do that."
Yeah.
Shows you exactly how serious we take this.
Well, that's cool because I was interested where the V's came in, but I didn't want to ask.
I mean, it's because the proper spelling was taken, and when I
Sure.
looked at how many weird, chuggy dudes
Yeah.
thought it was funny, I was like, ugh, I don't want to be one of those chuggy guys. So, like, kind of poking fun at it by
For
putting
sure.
V's in there, but
For
also
sure.
if you see it, hopefully your mind reads it as Goth Daddy. But it's so bizarre that it really has every show we've done, I've talked about it a lot. And
That's
and
cool.
and the takeaway is that, like, you know what? I remember it. I'm like, yeah, of course.
For
Well,
sure.
that's what I was going to say is that even if you can't necessarily, even if you mispronounce it, you see it and you're like, oh, yeah, that's memorable.
It's
It's going to stick with you.
years ago there was like this thing of like waves and like churches,
Churches, right?
all these bands that
Yep.
like didn't
Yeah.
want whatever it was and it was taken, so they just threw V's at it. And it's just it was ridiculous, but it's kind of one of those things.
I
I
love
love
that.
that.
Yeah.
Well, Jared, have you ever been to Portland? I was trying to remember.
I have not.
You have
No.
not. You need to come someday. We
Yeah,
keep
it's a
on
great
talking
place.
I
about
would
like
like to, yes.
Squid West Coast someday. We're going to try and get all you guys over here. But Kevin, I feel like this is a very Portland project. Like obviously you said you lived in Portland years ago. You moved back not too long ago. But like I feel like there's probably a lot of Portland woven into the band and the sound, either your approach, your ethic, the sound itself. Like, is that accurate?
Uh, I mean, you mean location specific to the sound itself? I mean,
Potentially, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a dark sort of sound. Portland tends to be kind of dark and rainy sometimes, but no.
not the music itself. I would say
Okay,
the actual execution of it, definitely.
right.
Because there's no way that this band and this sound would hit an audience in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And
Yeah.
it's just the truth. If it's not whipping
Right.
post, not supported, you know. But
Right.
Mhm.
the beauty of being in a place like that is you can go and kind of hole away and do whatever it is you're doing, and no one cares.
Hmm.
Sure.
Mhm.
So you have this monastic creative freedom to just go get weird without the judgment of a town like, well, these sound like these guys or whatever. There's no one comparing you. So you
Right.
can kind of come out of the gates with something that feels a little more like from the source. But Portland is kind of where it becomes like the Pinocchio real thing, because this is a town that will genuinely support whatever they think is cool. And that
Hmm.
differentiation of like a mom and pop shop and like something, Viva Voce, we were talking about my other band earlier. We're from the South, same thing, sort of ran aground creatively and came to Portland and had a decades long career.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
art proliferates here because they value culture in this town. And I really, really appreciate that because it allows middle-aged men to do a post-punk goth band.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's a huge value, right? And especially because, again, I'm trying to remember which podcast you were giving the interview where you were like, maybe was it the Velvet Blue podcast where you're like, we might go to Boise, maybe, but you're
Oh
not like
no, I
interested in
mean
touring.
we went to Eugene and that's like
Yeah,
that was a stretch.
it's a long ways.
I
Mm.
talked to Damian Gerardo came through town and we caught up, hadn't seen each other since like 2012, and we're just like, behold what time hath wrought, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was so great to catch up with him. But I was like, man, you've been hitting it hard all these years. He's like, well, the
Mm.
thing is like, now if they want to see me, you're going to come here and I'll just figure out a way to get you here with ticket price and lodging and all that.
Got
But
it.
I'm just like, I'm sick of, it's not sustainable.
Hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a grind.
I got too much great stuff here. I don't really care to leave. There's no outside glory big enough to make me want to leave.
Sure. And you've got venues big enough to do what you want to do, it seems like. Like you've
For
got well
sure.
attended shows, you got people who like what you're doing, and you got places like rooms of that size that you can play a variety of them, right? Like there's plenty of
We've
opportunity there.
we've very seldom played with the same band for like almost 2 years,
Mm.
and have tried. We played a couple of the same Bunk Bar, the Six, Lollipop Shop before they closed down. We played a lot of those places multiple times, Swan Dive or whatever. But we're trying to like collect them all, like play everywhere, like
That's cool.
snug, no fun. This all ages show that I hooked up called The Quake. There's another, two all ages shows. Like just play every stage you can play in this town, and then slowly see like what you vibe with and what bands you click with, and um, yeah, it's fun. We're having a blast with it.
And I enjoy my time in Portland because I was out this past year, and it was cool to see just all the different venues, like you're saying, like all
Yeah.
the different venues you can kind of hit, and they're I mean, there's no way I was hitting them all while I was there for one weekend, but it was just cool. It was interesting to see just how many venues are in the surrounding community
Yeah, no,
of all
there's
sizes. Yeah.
this town is pretty great, it's I've seen a lot of America, and I'm
Mm,
back here 3 times, and this last time I was like, you round 84 and you see Mount Hood, it's in the gorge, it's like,
yeah.
okay, get out of town. Like it's the world wants to paint it with this like coffee and fentanyl brush of like,
Right. Right.
just when you get off the airplane, you're trans or whatever. It's like it really is an amazing place. My life has changed radically here. The Timbers use a song I wrote as a
Really?
I don't think
Really?
I knew that.
yes, the Portland Timbers use Rose City,
Oh my goodness.
a song I wrote in 2008
That's fantastic.
as
Because that
a
was the title track, is that right? From that album?
yeah, yeah, which is crazy,
Yeah.
that came out the summer before Portlandia hit. And
Oh
Right.
man.
that was kind of always the thing with records, is that I always felt weirdly timed because, you know, an album like Rose City looks like you're just hopping on a bandwagon, but it was like, good 6 months before any of that happened. And
Yeah, it took time to make it too, right before that. So it was an advance. It was paving the way.
yeah, that actually bizarrely has happened a good bit in my life. You make a record about vampires the summer before Twilight hits.
Oh
There you go. Get your blood
Who
sucked
had
out.
two
Yeah.
thumbs and did that? This
Yeah.
guy.
Yes,
And an
that's
album called
awesome.
Get Your Blood Sucked Out, and then Twilight's the big movie. It's like, which came first, boys?
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
We are right here, making all of the rest of pop culture possible.
Yeah, yeah,
Kevin, I was going to ask you a little bit about Blue Giant because that
yeah.
was such a cool deal, and I feel like it never quite got enough recognition. I feel like that was another act that could have been huge, but like I just loved it so much. I remember
Thank
seeing
you.
you guys at Backspace for at least one show, maybe two. I think one of them was the record release when you put out the EP on vinyl.
Were you at the show that Sam Coombs from Quasi guested with us at back?
Maybe it's all so fuzzy
Oh
now. Like
man.
I've gone
Yeah.
back and looked at, yeah, but I forget like what the other acts were at that time.
So Blue Giant did a Portland tour where we did a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we had a special guest every night. One night, Corin Tucker. One was Sam Coombs, and then we had Portland Cello Project and Karina Rapp. It was awesome.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
backstage, the backspace one was Sam Coombs, and
Okay.
that was a fun show. I still remember that one.
Yeah, and maybe what, like Norfolk and Western, does that sound right? Were they part of the bill too, or
Yep. Yep.
okay, yeah, so
Let's
that's
see. Blue Giant may have had a brief moment, but we're feeding the algorithm in the data set. So somewhere in the future, you'll be able to type our name into a robot. And Blue Giant record.
there will be more there. Yeah, man, it's
So I went on the
blast.
Atlantic website and
Yeah,
typed. There's quite a bit of my stuff in there, which I
because you
was like,
can search right and say like what was absorbed or
uh,
what was scanned or whatever, what was ingested into these big machines.
Blue Giant's
Really?
in there. So even though you felt like it may not have gotten its moment, like
Right, it's getting it now.
the robot is digesting it,
Oh,
and
geez.
yeah, and so hopefully, in the future there'll be a animatronic version.
Let's go.
Oh, goodness. But that was such a cool. I mean, like, how did that come together? Because I felt like it was like you
Blue
had
Giant.
some big people
Yeah.
involved.
There was like it was just the 2-piece limitation, and at the time like really digging Kinks and Muswell Hillbillies era, and Notorious Bird Brothers, and that road where Americana and psychedelia met. and a lot of Velvet Underground, just a lot of punk into my Southern roots kind of coming out. And I think just the fatigue of being in a two-piece for both of us were, happy to try new things. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun until it was like completely unsustainable.
Right.
Yeah, and
And that's
that's
that the problem with a super group, right? Is that you all have your own gigs and you got your own creative directions, and like you come together and make something very cool. But then inevitably you have to drift onto your own passions, I'm sure.
there's a creative reason, but also a very practical reason that God Daddy's two people, because
Mhm.
I get one yes and we're good, or
That's
one
right.
one
Yeah.
no and we're done. And
Right.
I mean, I can't have a Google Calendar to talk about practices and approving stuff, and it just uh over time it just became unsustainable,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was
Mhm.
really the end of it. If it was probably any other time in history previous, it would have been fine, but we've been in a weird state of flux in the way that people consume and buy and all that stuff. And it's like if you start a five-piece band in 70s or 80s or any other point where like people purchase things,
Mm.
it was just like, yeah, it ran its course and it was time to do something else.
Totally. Well, thank you for writing those songs and for being a part of it. And like
Thanks.
it was a really really cool set of records, like the EP and the full length both.
Yeah. Yeah, the EP was very special to me. That was a great one.
Can you brag on Jake for a minute? Because he's
Back on
phenomenal.
Jake.
I know you did a little bit, but just like
Jake has been in. We The thing about Jake and I is like we've both been in the same level of touring big boy bands, of playing the same kind of shows, same green room, same hubbub, same like you're gonna make it, same kind of like all that stuff that like it's so great to have someone that's like been at the best of his game, still at it, and just down to like magnify the project
Mm.
itself, and not like hold my beer, watch these triplets or whatever.
Mhm.
Really think about what he's like, approach it musically. He's a crushing drummer. So
That's cool.
it was like when I saw him at that barbecue, and then it was realized like, oh, he's not doing anything. I'm like, dude, come on. Like he's a great human being just as a hang anyway. So um it's a no-brainer. Every time we have practice, we always like leave, we ride down there together and come back to rehearsal and just like like it's
Awesome.
it's all plus, no negative for both of us. And yeah, aim to keep it that way. Therapeutic.
it's a
That's cool.
wonderful thing. Yeah, he's got great hair too. The sort of thing that if I had more patience, I might try to do the same thing. But he's got a good rock look.
Me too, man.
The effortless, yeah.
Right, yeah. I want to know a little bit about you. You mentioned your southern roots.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? Because I think right now the Pacific Northwest, right? And then you mentioned Muscle Shoals.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, we're
It's
East Coasters, the other two of
I
us.
think the longer I stay here, the longer the accent kind of dissipates.
Sure.
I
Mm.
don't hear it as much in recordings, but when I'm there, it definitely comes out, y'all.
Oh,
But
come on.
Right.
but I was born in Mississippi,
Mm.
raised in Alabama, Southern to the core.
Wow.
So was my kid here,
Oh, nice.
born in Alabama. Um, and then from there moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where I got signed at a pretty young age to a
Mm.
Warner Bros. Affiliate, and
Okay.
got to experience like America at a really, really young age. And I mean, when you're from a small town in Alabama, I didn't have Thai food till I was 26 years old.
Sure.
And
Right.
where you live, culture feeds your mind. And if you live between
Mhm.
the Costco and the Walmart on the county line, you're not going
Hmm.
to. So it was really an eye opener to tour, go out west, and go up the East Coast and go up the West Coast. So I mean, Southern through and through, but every time I've traveled, I've always used it as a good way to kind of expand my
Mm.
awareness and self, and not like solidify it, but
Sure.
travel overseas and be like, wow, you guys eat like this and
Right.
live this way, and it totally works for you. Like, keep going,
Yeah.
you know? Um,
Right.
it was a no-brainer to move to Portland. I've found the crossfade to be pretty seamless, but moved back there during the pandemic. Had to take care of my mom during her last days,
Mm.
end of life care and all that.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was a stark contrast to be somewhere, again, after having left when I was 20, 22,
Sure.
to
Mhm.
live there again. Um, but my wife and I started a family, and uh, long enough to realize we don't want to live there and raise a family.
Sure. Sure.
Um, and all of my wife's people are out here, so it's kind of a easy thing, easy decision to make. But yeah, I love my Southern roots.
Sure.
It's something that I have a growing relationship with the older I get, because my
Right.
heart breaks for the South in so many
Yeah.
ways, you know.
Mhm.
Uh, it's an abused part of America, corporately, governmentally. It's just kind of like this abused place, that has a history of national disgrace, and it's kind of where healing can begin,
Mhm.
but it's a tender spot for sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate the compassionate lens on it. I
Mm.
feel like it would be easy to stereotype, and obviously the stereotypes are there, but yeah, to have that experience and to have your personal connection to it too, right? Like your earliest days and your family connections and that sort of thing.
My
Like,
first, the first band that will always hold a special place in my heart is Huntsville, Alabama.
yeah,
Going to my guitar player and singer's job after hours and photocopying band
Mhm.
flyers.
there you go. They had a photocopier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
wearing, renting the Chuck E. Cheese theater to have our first show in, and wearing glitter pants and
Wow.
makeup, all that stuff. Yeah, just
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
that happened.
Oh, I love
not like they
that.
moved the animatronics out of the way, right? Like they had another
No, they,
stage.
they they had like a second
Yeah.
stage,
Okay,
like
Yeah.
okay,
a theater, a full-on
Yep.
yeah,
theater, probably
Yep.
for like magic shows or whatever, but they would rent it.
sure.
I know that layout for sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And what is music if not magic?
Right. Legit.
So, what were the musical influences then when you're growing up in that location? Because to get to post-punk goth
Yeah.
sounds like,
Well,
what's that journey look like?
the patch bay is kind of already there. It went from the radio, Y107, from Cherry Pie to Nirvana,
Hmm.
punk rock, Black Flag. No, none of those guys really came through that part of Alabama. So punk rock was whatever was played on the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
And from discovering that, you work back and find the Stooges and find Sonic Youth and find who they're into, and just
Mm.
from there. And then, Tower Records starts to be built in your town, and they've got listening stations. And so you can buy the Foo Fighters' first record in Electropura by Yola Tenga in one sitting, and go
Yeah.
home, sit there, and both of those records be hugely influential.
Yeah.
Same month, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So,
Am I correct in guessing that those are the ones that you bought?
oh, for sure,
Yeah,
100.
Mhm.
yeah.
I
Great
actually
albums.
wound up interviewing Roger Mutino, the producer of Electropura,
Did you
because of that record, and because
really?
of buying that album in Huntsville, Alabama, and sitting there listening to Electropura. I wound up doing an interview with Roger Mutino that got published in Tape Op. And so I
Oh
met
wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Larry from Tape Op and Jackpot Studios. I met just because I bought Electropura one day.
That's incredible. I need to go and find the article now. That man,
Yeah.
Tape Op is such a great resource for anybody who likes to record. And yeah,
Volume 2, they have they
oh, it
have
is.
they have two books, and my
Yeah,
article is in Volume 2 of that Tape Op series.
that'd be the one I get first then.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, no, T-pop, so good.
But that was like the Patch Band, right? And
Sure.
and
Yeah,
the first entryway when you're younger
Mhm.
is all the immediate dopamine release, like Starflyer, Silver, like whatever. I still may
Mhm.
find that record. But it's such just instant dopamine and all the Smashing Pumpkin records and all that stuff. And then you can go back from there, and like that's modern times for me then. And I had no idea who. I didn't listen to Echo and the Bunnymen. I had no
Right.
idea. I had no idea who the Sound were until like 4 or 5 years ago. And that
Yeah.
band, the Sound, has probably been the most single influential band to me late in my life. And I discovered them in recent history. So it's like I'm still learning about bands, the Chameleons,
Mhm.
Script of the Bridge,
Yeah.
records like this that didn't, they weren't, there was no presence in the South. There was like, even
Right.
in the era that I came in, it was behind this wave that came through. So it takes till now to even discover a lot of these bands.
Right.
And I'm so grateful that like the Chameleons are still out there and touring. I've seen them 3 times since I've been in Portland.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. And even saw Echo and the Bunnymen this last May.
that's right. Where did
Nice.
they play? Portland, or was it in a different city?
And then they played Rev Hall.
They did. Okay.
Yeah. Um, so that was kind of like the patchway back,
Right.
and
Hmm.
um, there's so many bands along the way that you just kind of bump into by proxy of doing that search, like, and there
Sure.
are modern times bands like Blue Smiley. And once you discover these bands, you see the whole tree trunk that they've
Yeah.
created. Like Blue Smiley, this band Tagabow, they're gutting a body of water, all the Philadelphia bands. Blue
Hmm.
Smiley was like the Nirvana that begat all of that. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're a phenomenal band. And
I'll check
like
them out.
there's a lot of when you hear their songs, it's like it'll blow your mind and it's done in a minute and 15 seconds. So, it's not just old stuff, it's modern as well.
Yeah,
Right.
All that kind of factored in to the sound and the approach for sure.
That's really cool. I love hearing about different bands that kind of mold and shaped or what you grew up with. Like, I know for Jared and I both, and probably Brock too, like mentioning Smashing Pumpkins for me, mentioning Foo
Mhm.
Fighters, those were all influential records for me growing up.
Yeah,
So that's really cool.
yeah, absolutely. And to get to a point in a composition place where you can pull from these resources without feeling derivative,
Hmm.
like here's the man, I'm gonna be this guy or whatever, but you get into the songwriting part and you can, this is where it's helpful to have really kind of obscure records to pull from.
Mm.
LS Underground, not many people have heard, or
Yeah.
Amazing
right.
Thank You, that ta 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 vibe. And it's like maybe that enters the picture at some point. And it's like it has a little sass or a swag that you can't quite put your finger on, but it's a little more, it's like Sonic Youth's Evil or things like that
Hmm.
you can kind of filter through and let those influences be something other than just your shoegaze. Therefore, it is My Bloody Valentine
Right.
is the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah.
Right, right. They maybe
You
they
were
have
in the
the
box.
unfortunate
Yeah.
distinction of being the band that is the most associated with the shoegaze. If somebody mentions it, like that's the instant name drop or whatever. And there's so much more to that whole scene.
Well, the trick is if you're strumming and you have 4 beats per measure, if you strum one, if two and you bend the other two, it's automatically going to sound shoegaze. So it's
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
just the
Right.
approach to songwriting itself. You can gaze any song.
Yeah. Well, I got to
Hmm.
ask about, just because you mentioned bending. Like I have always explained Goth Daddy to people who haven't heard it yet as like you've never heard more bending in any genre than this. Like it's really incredible. And you mentioned like you have the special pickup. We were at the Squad 50 show that we went to in Georgia was at the Gretsch Museum, and so they had the that bridge system, like one of the early examples, hanging on the wall, and I was like, there's that bend.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, it's kind of a unique one. The Bixby is different than the traditional Fender style, the chicken leg, whatever they call it, the little dangly one. And it's
Right.
Yeah.
like that one is a little bit more uh traditional gaze style. It's either in your hand and bend in everything you do, or it's sort of the Gretsch is a little more in that Chris Isaac vein of it's just there
Mm.
and they're only going to bend it subtly, kind of like it, you know, not quite as drastic.
Yeah.
And it has like a little delicate touch to it. And they're not common on Fender guitars at all, usually Telecasters, but they put out a Jazzmaster Gold foil that had a Bigsby on it. And that is like the Goth Daddy sound. That
Right.
Mm.
gold
It's a
foil.
beautiful guitar.
Well, it's like there's thought put into that. The gold foil pickups
Hmm.
are traditionally vintage, like Jack White style, like old.
Hmm.
Mm.
And Bigsby's are, like you said, country gentlemen and Gretsch and stuff like that. So it's a cool mesh of all that.
Yeah. 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 No, but all the like I don't even know how to describe it. I probably should have prepared some sort of statement on this, but just like the diving and the soaring of the bending notes, like it's a very cool vibe that I feel like I don't hear in the same way anywhere else. I feel like that seems to be uniquely yours.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Someone at the Portland show was talking with me after the set, and they were saying that they enjoyed the fact that the elements of the low end and the keys, they're like solid pads, and the guitar is just this ocean ride on top that goes up and around, and I was like, that's
Oh yeah,
kind of the idea.
yeah.
Cool.
It's like surf in a weird way.
Yeah. Well, it's just one guitar, so how do you
Yeah.
make it as big as possible?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. So when you come see us play live, like what you hear on the record is legit what we sound like live.
Oh,
Exactly.
cool. All
Yep. I
right.
can
Yeah,
attest to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's
And
it. Yeah.
we try to like the over keep overdubs by and large to a minimum because there's one of everything in the band, just one guitar, one keyboard,
Mhm.
one bass, one drums, one vocal, and just make those elements as large as you can make them. And try to have some handshake agreement between the performance and the recording. So the sound chain of the recording of the guitar of Goth Daddy is what my pedal board is.
Wow.
So when we play live, it is the album playing itself. Like there's tonally, that is what I played on the record.
Yeah. The only
Okay.
difference is the room tone.
Well, not really because it's direct.
That's
So
true. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
but we like aim to kind of make it as consistent as possible for that reason.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Well, we probably should ask, just because I think, Kevin, you and I first met at the Prayer Chain show. Does that seem right?
I
Um,
believe so. Yeah,
either that, or I came to like one of the early Got That shows, and then like right after that was Prayer Chain. I forget which one came first, but I remember shaking your hand at a show. We know each other through the internet, and the is it the '90s recovery group? Is that the one that you and I know each other from?
I believe so. Yeah, you came. I think you were at the Lollipop show, and then
That sounds good.
ran
Yeah.
to you at the Prayer Chain show.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Which, by the way, what a great show was that? My
Oh,
goodness.
bonkers! I'm so grateful that they grace the world with shows. It's so
For sure. To get to see them
Andy
one more
Prickett.
time.
Y'all, okay, so you want to talk about influences? Andy
Mm.
Prickett, good
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's up there. Like he's just one of the guys.
Hmm.
Everything that he touched, I studied like, it was a book.
Wow.
For even records he produced, like the Autumn's, Angel Pool, um, just a truly phenomenally gifted creative man.
He really is, yeah. And I think I knew him first from the Kush record, that the Blue Kush record,
Mm.
and then kind of from whatever they did in that collective afterwards. But yeah, just a phenomenal mind in terms of writing and conveying the feelings through the sounds. Yeah, that was kind of his wheelhouse. But what I wanted to ask you was just like the whole '90s recovery group, like we're all there
What
mostly
a
because
magical place, yeah.
what a magical place. We can hang because we get it. But kind of what was your relationship to that whole scene? Because like my guess is you probably heard Carmen and thought like this isn't for me. But
Oh,
you were also kind of like orbiting that world. So what's your experience?
well, the first job I ever got fired from was a Christian bookstore. I got
Ah,
fired.
Okay.
I
mark of
got
distinction.
I got
Congratulations.
fired from a Joshua's bookstore in Alabama for playing a Michael Knott song over the house PA.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
that
Yeah,
would do
no,
it,
no, no.
right?
This is 100% true. And the manager was like, "You can play whatever you want." I was like, "Okay, you're putting it out
Okay.
there. There shouldn't be any shame, right?" So I played GGG, which had lines that were like, "I'd like to molest the molester, and I'd like to kill the KKK, and all this stuff."
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember my manager like sweaty running over and putting the tape out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Well, you're selling it, dog."
Yeah, it's in your store. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the best thing you got going for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of my inroads with that. Is I grew up in that and discovered a lot of the bands from that time. The Diamante buy three get one
Oh,
free.
sure.
That's
Yeah.
that like I heard Starflyer before I heard My Bloody Valentine. You
There you
know,
go.
Yeah.
I heard like Dig Jesus before I heard whatever band they were influenced by. Pearl Jam or Faith No More or whatever. And
Yeah.
Right.
um yeah, there was no college rock radio or any of that stuff. And then
Right.
over time you kind of you're maybe you get signed to a Christian label, maybe you tour in that world for a long
Hmm.
you
Right.
see, then you got a lot of figuring out to do because there's a complex thing of mixing commerce and uh
Yes.
and faith. It's
Right.
a nasty combination.
For sure. And then comes the making the whips and the turning the tables and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, but my time in that world I'm grateful for because I have met some of the most prolifically talented, unbelievably
Mm.
genius from that. Um, we all share that, and it's not that uncommon now. Maybe at some point it was, but half of America has had some experience of either growing up in the church or um,
Right. It's a point of reference for sure.
but it's a captive audience,
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Hmm.
at some point people just start really making true art and not worrying about selling something.
Right.
Yeah, and those are the records that kind of I still listen to.
The ones that mean something
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
My wife and I listen to Dead Artist Syndrome all the time.
Oh,
That,
cool.
that Prince of Darkness record,
Yep.
Hmm.
that's a top five for me. It's an amazing record.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's like when I think in that vein, I think like well, at least in the people that you're thankful that you got to know, like that's like Steve Taylor for me and stuff like that. Like people that were not in that they're in that genre, but they weren't necessarily like going for the other stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And an amazing person on top of it all.
exactly. Yep.
I mean, and then stuff kind of peeks out from that world that just seems like, oh, of course, I knew it.
Right.
It smelled that way, and there it is. There's no surprise. You guys were just selling sausage, and there you are.
It's been made, it's been packaged, and now there it is on the shelf.
And you're a bajillionaire, and now here's your scandal and all that stuff. It's like
Right.
it's just like it wasn't for me. And when I saw it for what it was just like a no thing. pretty easy. So much so that I was happy to derail whatever success I thought I was shooting for, just to be like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll go
I'm
back.
free.
Yeah, I'll go back to doing my own thing. Like this is
Yeah.
fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did mention earlier that you spent some time with Bleach. Is that right?
Yeah. I saw you post that. I was like,
Sick.
the the first tour I did was with Cloud, Joy Electric, and Morales Forest. The second tour was with Bleach.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Bleach and Glisten.
Oh, glisten.
Hmm.
Wow.
That? Yeah.
Yeah, that oh man, that brings me back. Yeah, those Bleach dudes are great. And they're out and about again. They're
Yeah.
doing at time of recording, they're doing audio feed this coming
Love it.
weekend. So it's amazing. It's so cool to see him back.
I'm here for it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, and reimagining stuff and doing brand new stuff. So it's cool. It's really because that was my era. Was that Bleach stuff.
For sure. And I think honestly, um, this band that I am in now, Goth
Mhm.
Daddy, is a perfect bridge into that realm for me
Yeah.
because it's very much a time specific sound. But it's very much right now. It's not something I did 20 years ago. It's happening now. So it's therapeutic in that way, you know. It's
Right.
pulling from that era, but it's it's not a past thing. It's very much present.
Yeah, it reminds me of what our friend Jason from Unoriginal Vinyl is all about. Like he's not so much for nostalgia as he is about like what makes all this stuff that I like relevant today. And that's exactly what you're saying. It sounds like it's just like this Goth Daddy is like the things that still work for you out of everything that you've been involved with and been influenced by and made in years past. Like it's all right here on the table again.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, I mean, the comforting, reassuring thing is that people seem to enjoy it, which is great, you know. It's very encouraging.
Yeah, we'll continue to hype it.
Thank,
For
thank
sure.
thank you. I appreciate you all.
I just want to give you an opportunity to just push where you can get, this latest project and
Thanks. It's on Velvet Blue Music. If you just
mhm.
go to velvetbluemusic.com, you can get it on frozen splatter vinyl,
Ooh,
classic black vinyl, cassette, or compact disc. It's got all the Bandcamp stuff. You want to download it or whatever. It's on all the algorithmic,
yep.
whatever, what have yous.
Right.
It's everywhere. And but velvetbluemusic.com or Goth Daddy, GVTH DVDDY.com. It has links to all of our social media stuff,
Cool.
Instagram, what have you. Yeah, I mean, we just put this record out. We're halfway into pre-production on the next record. So,
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
like, yeah, we're at it, man.
Very
That's
cool.
cool. And everybody has to go to Oregon to see you play, right? That's what we're learning. They
And
come
if
to
you
you.
apply here, like, call me, we'll figure something out.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Well, I'll come back for
No,
sure.
no, very
Well,
cool. Yeah.
honestly, we have a video session coming up, and we're trying to do
Oh,
more
really?
live video stuff so that people who don't live here can kind of
Yeah.
get
Oh,
to see.
perfect.
I
Yeah,
I
that's
did
the way to
some of
do it.
those during the pandemic when like that was happening, of like it was the only live music was a live stream. And I liked them. Like they became, I'll buy some of them off of your Veeps
Yeah,
or whatever that puts them out. And you're like, okay, this is an artist I would like to see, but I can see it in my living room. I got a big TV, the sound's
totally.
good and it's
Yeah,
still
go
live. Like,
be in your jammies. You don't got to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not,
great.
I'm not in the room, but you get the whole feeling of a live performance rather than just listening to a record. Not that a record's bad, but like
We got a
I
session
I
coming
like
up.
the medium a lot.
No, we've got a session coming up July 16th that'll be filmed. So
Cool.
Cool.
yeah, we got a lot more stuff coming out. We'll be able to share.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Oh, I'm
And
I'm glad to hear you're doing that live stuff. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jared.
no, it's just something better than like a 10-second phone clip on a storyboard or
right.
something, you
Right.
know. Yeah, again, that's another perk of a town that's got all that stuff set up. Be like, come on in, let's do it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you know when the next Bandcamp Friday is? Like,
Man, no, yeah, you're right.
that's
need
what
to
we
find-
always try to push artists because when you get all
Yeah,
the money.
that's right. That's usually what we try to push. Is so like we'll put out a post on Bandcamp Friday to like really push it out because then all the they waive all those fees and it goes to you. So
Oh, great.
we'll definitely
Right.
put it out. That'll be cool. Oh.
Well, I'm at a point where I got to step away. Like I said, I'm on the road, so I got to step out. I can loop up a Lake Scabigon farewell if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah,
Go
Rock be
ahead.
gone, Scott be gone. All right.
Lake Brockbegon. Yeah, exactly. And that's the news from Lake Brockbegon, where all the goths are strong, all the daddies are good looking, and the newest GVDD record is above average.
Oh, onward, pickle soldiers.
It's a perfect podcast.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
Brock.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, thank you so much. Good to talk to you. Look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Rock. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, perfect, Brock. See you soon.
Hey, Brock.
Oh, glad that guy's gone. No, hey, Brock.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the Brockless edition of the Pickle Home Companion. Kevin, thanks you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Thank you for your time. Yeah.
So
And
much, guys.
I'm inspired now to go play some Super Mario.
All right. Good luck. Good luck with Lemmy's Castle. Let me know how that.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to talk
Bye,
to
y'all.
you.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye.
Go check out Forever Now by Switchfoot. Go check out Goth Daddy and like just support.
Just go listen to some music, nerds.
Come on. Get on the bus, kids. We're going to Portland.
That's all right. It's going to be a long ride. It's hot. Somebody fire up the Mario world.
Oh man.
We're playing video games all the way to Portland
I was gonna
in our Chevy conversion van.
if she came back, I was going to take her on a tour of I've got a bunch of Super Mario Lego over there, but we didn't
Right.
need that. Would have been all night. So next time.
That's my new obsession. I think this is going to be my midlife crisis. I want a full-size 80s conversion van. Like, I want one so bad now.
We're going to take that on our podcasting tour.
Oh, my algorithm keeps feeding them to me, and
Oh, I
everyone
love
is
it.
cooler. I mean, I want some carpet. I want a recliner. Like the captain's chairs. I want tables. I want a VCR, DVD, or TV combo up in the top.
Let's go. That's going to be on our trip to Portland and
We
also
need
our podcast tour.
We need a conversion van. I just want to go on road trips in a conversion van
I do too.
with the bros.
I mean, my algorithm
No
was all
chicks allowed. This is a dude van.
the views expressed here are also those of no. Okay, no, sorry.
That's right.
Oh no.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.